Basically, I mean, it's
Let me just...
That was a shot, yeah.
Actually get back to this. No, I think I like that one.
Yeah, men det är ju så...
Better bodies.
Cool. If you'll turn around for me.
You familiar with the history on the dumbbell and the team better bodies look?
Am I familiar?
Yeah.
No, I need to know the backstory.
Yeah, so back in 1982,
Yeah.
Brian Moss opened the gym in New York, on 19th Street, New York, and he called it Better Boys Gym.
Yeah.
And it was very inclusive, very welcoming, especially for women, because women didn't have a place really to go train, where they could go with the guys and everything. So it was like a whole inclusive thing was a big deal. And then that's the logo he first put on the shirt.
The original.
Yeah, the original tank that he made is hanging in the office.
That white one that's in the office is the original.
3, 2, 1. 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
Had a cheeky little pre-workout and then just let the caffeine kick a little bit. Don't normally really need a pre, but you know, it's so special today. We're in destination, so let's get some energy and rip it.
Don't get in my shot, Helena.
That's a fucking nice bar. How you doing, brother? You alright? Nice to see you, brother.
Oh, you right?
Yeah, how you doing?
Yeah, man, good to see you. I've never seen you in person.
Thank you.
Hell yeah, brother, big dude.
Thank you. Right, bro.
You in here doing chest?
Yeah, man.
Cool.
Do some bench pressing today.
Hell yeah.
Everyone's, you know, a lot of people that don't do flat bench, but I love flat bench. So.
Really? I do too, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
I never had shoulder issues. People say they hurt their shoulders and stuff, but
Dude,
it's alright for me.
Get your position right.
Yeah. Yeah, I put my elbows a little bit
Yeah,
forward.
man. Little bit of tuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's a nice bar as well.
Right on, man.
I got on this machine and it's this bar. I felt it straight away and I was like, that's the bar.
That's the ball. That's the one that's got it.
That's exactly the bar.
Yeah, man.
Like,
Hey, nice meeting you, man.
well, that's some shit you can't explain. Like, that's just like, you know when you look at a woman and you know that's the one, or, well, it doesn't have to be a woman, it can be anyone. But you know what I mean? But when you look at someone and you know it's an attraction, and I put my hands on that bar and it was reciprocated. That attraction between me and the bar wasn't a one-way thing. That bar, it was calling to me. But all honesty, like from actual like standpoint of factual, how much does it flex? Does it spin? Like, I hate shit that spins a lot. This is quite a nice stiff bar. Even though there is spin, it's not really loose. And also the bar itself, it feels fucking solid. And that's what I want. I want a really solid bar when I'm pressing. I don't want there to be any flex. Imagine like bench pressing and it's going, I don't want none of that shit. So. Added to that as well though, it ain't just about the bar, it's about the fucking bench. And this is the right kind of bench. Nice higher bench, slam that shit back with no, like, you have to have 100% faith in it. If that was a short bar and I'd raise it up and I throw it over the top, there's a risk. There's no risk on this. It's good.
Yeah, I'll bring it. If I see you, I'll bring it. I have it. I put it in my cooler. That's the same refrigerator. Anyway, yeah, I get it. I got you. I still have my iron going too, right? I drove it out to the plant. On the inside, it was 2 days before Christmas. I could not drive my truck to get a hold of this today. So I go to the bike, it was like whatever. That's crazy, isn't it?
I think the bar's reciprocating.
It's reciprocating. It likes me. It likes me. Right, it's amazing.
Hell yeah.
I got it. Yeah. Of course. That makes a lot of sense. Fine. Can I borrow you for a lift off, mate? Is that right? Well, you make friends.
Oh, hell yeah.
Exactly,
Friends I like too.
exactly.
We all think the same here.
Just get you some airtime, you know. Is it alright if I pull that up? Is that right? Sorry.
Yeah.
Cheers, man. Sorry. Thank you, bro.
Good? Hell yeah. Come on. Let's go. Come on.
Cheers, brother. Preservation of just that energy, man, just for the main set. As I get later into workout, I don't mind actually doing more reps on the way up, because by then I've done the heavy stuff. So anything after is just blood flow, contraction. It's only these early sets in the workout that I tend to hold back quite a lot, just to save for that big set.
Come on, let's go. Yeah. Come on, let's go.
I was a little bit wobbly on that.
Yeah, that's all right.
It was a good set, James.
Felt good, not too bad. You know, when you're travelling and that, it's not really an excuse to not try hard. Obviously, if you landed in a country yesterday, I wouldn't advise going in the gym and trying to do your big lifts. But I've been here for about a week now, so starting to acclimatise, feeling a bit better now. I always do like a max set of like anywhere between 6 and 10 reps, and then I'll back off on my second one a little bit, and then I kind of somewhat tighten up the form a bit, treat it more like what I'd call a bodybuilding set. But I think if you get the combination of the both, at the end of the day, you're not going to miss a beat, because you're attacking it with the weight and the ferocity, but you're also attacking it with the control and the tempo. So I think it's important to do both.
Yeah, right. I adopted that from y'all. I adopted that for sure.
Right, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, my ball.
Let's go. Yeah. Real life fucking piece of stuff. Come on. Come on. Come on, let's go. Come on. Come on. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Go. Yes, sir. Woo.
Mike.
Yeah, bud. Hey, you mind if I got a picture with you? Go ahead now.
Was that last set a good performance for your?
Not bad.
Yeah, not bad.
It's probably like about 85, 90% where I'm currently at. Like I say, we're about a week into the off season. I held a relatively good amount of strength in like the post-Olympia kind of. I don't like using these new words like recovery phase. You know, like, kind of sounds silly, but you know, in that period after a show where you're just kind of a little bit more relaxed and stuff, the best thing you can do is try and just make sure you eat enough calories to sustain a relative good amount of strength, because then if you come back to training after that, having still been able to eat well, stay as heavy as you can, your potential to earn new muscle now is slightly, you're further ahead than you would have been. You know, if you come out of a show and you rest to the point of that you regress in muscle mass and weight, you're gonna have to get that back before you even get a chance of building anything new. So I try my hardest to train at the right frequency after a show, so I'm not too often in the gym, so I'm not beating myself up too much, but also making sure I eat enough that I do recover, because I'm just trying to basically hold on to as much as I can until it's time to go, which is literally pretty much now. The beginning of the week was day one to the off season, so I want to be big. I want to be big by like April, because April's a target for me. So yeah. So this machine, it's pretty good because you can. My advice on here is the first set you want to load all the middle pegs, so the weight is consistent throughout the whole movement. And then once you start to fatigue and get to like your second set, I like to distribute some of this weight to the top, so that when it's lockout, you actually reduce some of the load, so it eases off a little bit. Because ultimately what you want to do when you're training is you want to get the contraction short. If you can't get a contraction short, you're missing out. That way it just lets you keep the weight heavy in the stretch position, which is where you're stronger, but also it drops off enough that you can get it short as well. Again, I don't like to be too technical with training, and I'm not like a guy that's going to tell you how to suck eggs, but it's pretty simple on this. There's 3 pegs. Use the middle peg, then use the middle and the top peg. Pretty much job done. This is probably going to be pretty heavy. Again, same rep range, first set, 6 to 10, that was 8, happy with that.
Back off?
Yeah, back off, but I'm going to also show you what I would do on this. So I'll probably do 2 and 1. So it's quite a lot lighter, but what we'll do is we'll just slow down the tempo of these reps. But at the same time, you've got to lift. Love. Just stack it. As a professional bodybuilder right now, right in the middle of a generation I looked up to, and then a changing generation, and I feel very responsible to try and teach the generation, or show the generation that's coming up, you know, those fundamentals that I followed. Like, I'm looking at this poster in front of me of obviously Johnny and Branch, and then my vision of bodybuilding is pretty much depicted in their physiques and them on that poster. So I'm at a time where I'm just like, I'm hoping to do what they done for me to the people that are following. And it is hard. It feels like we're fighting a bit of a tidal wave of influence that isn't necessarily the same as us. So, you know, I'm just encouraging people that are going to watch these videos to just, you know, spread the message. You know what Gasp's all about. Like, it's about doing this and doing this properly, you know. So I suppose, yeah, I just want to say, stay true to it, man. Like, lift to lift, bodybuild to bodybuild. It ain't about attention. It ain't about followers. If you do well in something and you're great and you become a champion, you'll get followers. You'll get people to support you. But your main reasons, your main focus in this should be just to be great and to love what we do. So just fucking love what we do. Train fucking hard. And again, I hope that message comes across. Let's go. See. My rep set. Filthy. Lateral raise really heavy, and honestly it did hit my shoulders a bit, but I think I was mostly just hitting my upper back and traps. So now, like when I'm doing my laterals, I'm very focused on pushing out. Obviously I wouldn't go this light, but I did reduce the weight to around 35-40 pounds, because I just feel like it takes me until about 10 reps to actually feel it really where I want it. And obviously if I'm doing a really heavy weight, I never get to 10 reps. So by doing like 35 pounds or something, I can get to that like 10 reps where it really starts to pinch, and then I get like probably an additional 10 or 15 where it feels like I'm actually doing the set. So shoulders are a weaker body part for me in regards to like the look, because I'm naturally clavically, my clavicles aren't naturally wide, so I'm doing everything I can to try and, you know, get a bit broader. Ooh. Feels good.
You got Branch over there just killing the dumbbell rows.
Killing. How can you not train well when you're around people like that? You know? I like a cable fly coming down slightly. I feel like you get a bit of the, without trying to be scientific, I think the pec minor, it's like when you do a dip and you kind of do that.
Yeah.
So I get quite a good feel on that. Not so much if I do that. I feel flies with a dumbbell incline fly, but like a stationary like big deck.
No.
You have to back at home.
Get a big ass ribeye. That's good.
Yeah. Take it off.
Good to see you, buddy. Yeah.
Ooh. Well, back to the heaviest one first. Let me reduce. That's right. So we were just talking about triceps, what works, what doesn't. So I found for years I was doing this. Let me take some weight off. For years I was doing this like this, like quite far away and like that. The minute I walk myself forward, elbows tight and let the stretch occur and push down, the minute the back head of my triceps started to grow. So by having my elbows forward and pressing, it definitely didn't recruit the rear of my triceps. Bringing it back and letting it stretch and push it down made the back of my actual tricep grow. So just little things, you can write down a movement on the plan for somebody, but how you execute that movement dictates progress or not. I spent the majority of my career, even in my early years as a pro, my triceps were flat. Last 2 years since doing these like this, round. It's not even just, it's how much you can let it pull down behind your head and you get the stretch on the tricep. But also again, you're fully extending as well above the head. So you can't cheat, you can't use any secondary kind of muscles because your triceps pretty much the only muscle that can engage over your head. So if you're lacking perhaps triceps, maybe it's just a case of incorporating at least one overhead movement into your workouts. That'll help. This again, but now we do the opposite to what we did earlier, so I won't be like that, I'll be like that, and then with that grip instead of that grip. I find
one more time with the hand.
We're going to do this grip like that, and instead of having our elbows tucked by our side like the first movement like this, we'll bring them slightly forward and we'll just lock like this. That I find hits hit a little bit more of the outer tricep. Obviously it's two extremes. You know, you see the first movement in the workout, you go from that super explosive, heavy, again a little bit of body English, to your last movement in the entire workout, light, controlled, very strict. I'm a firm believer of, you know, bringing the two together. At the end of the day as well, you've got multi-joint exercises, and you've got single joint exercises. I believe with the multi-joint exercises like a squat, leg press, bench press, you can get more aggressive with, because you're sharing the load between multiple joints. So therefore they're all having a certain amount of absorption of that impact. When you're training a singular joint movement, like a leg extension or a tricep extension, all of that load, all of it is going through one joint. So the risk of injury is a lot higher. So you'll notice when I'm doing a single joint exercise, the precision is super locked in. There's no point in risking it. You blow a tricep, that could be your career. So just take that into account. You're more durable during a multi-joint exercise than you are on a single joint.
That's it then?
Pretty much it. Obviously fuck about a bit and do some abs, which is boring. No one wants to see abs. But yeah, so normally I train a day like this. So it's normally this. I'll explain.
Yeah.
Monday's normally what I call a push day, so chest, shoulders, triceps. Tuesday would normally be back and rear delts. Wednesday would be legs and biceps. Thursday would be off. Friday would be back to a push day, but it'd be more shoulders, less chest. No triceps, so basically it's like a shoulder day. And then the day after will be back, but only like 2 movements with hamstrings and a deadlift. And then Sunday is rest, and that's it. So it's a bit of a specific routine for me, but you know, I'm always down to change training depending on what progress I see. So I believe training can be customized quite frequently depending on how you're progressing. So that's me, that's my way.
Like the most confident person ever. I was asking him why he was so fucking confident. I want to be confident like that.
This James is confident.
I'm very confident.
He gets it thrown at him.
You can't please everybody, so why not just make yourself happy? You know what?
Sounds a little bit sexual. You can't please everybody. Why don't you make yourself happy?
Oh, in that way, you can
Still.
please everybody then.